Hello gang, this is Wesley from Expandacraft. I'm behind the camera for one time. I wanted to show you guys, you big burly dudes who kept complaining about how much space this takes up or how heavy it might be. Well, I thought I would show you that a little woman can do this.
A woman?
Yeah.
A woman delegates.
Okay, well tell me, how does a woman delegate a boat apart?
Kelsey! Kelsey! What? Come on, you're doing this.
I thought this was your...
You're kidding, right? You're gonna have her do it?
No.
Well, all right.
She's gonna do it. She can do this.
Okay, well, I will kind of walk you through it. Yeah, no cell phone. All right, first things first, Kelsey, just remove the seat and just set it aside in the sand over there. We'll get all of that out of the way. Just set it behind those other chairs. That's just the chair part. Now, guys, I typically bolt that with a quick release system. Now, remove the battery, take the battery, set it in that chair over there. We're getting the stuff off the deck that normally would go with this boat. Now, guys, I don't sell the batteries or the motors. That motor has already been taken off. Just lift it off and put it aside just with the other stuff. So once you take the main stuff off of the boat, you've got nothing left but the deck. I'm going to tell you about the weights of this boat. Now undo these straps. You know how the strap works? You just push that button, and there's one in the front too. Take all of those straps off and make sure that you keep them in a neat and tidy place so you don't lose them. Take both off. Fellas, these deckings are 8 feet long and they weigh 16 pounds apiece. So that's 3 deckings there. That is 44 pounds. And when we get it down to the hull parts, I'll show you about the weights of the hull parts. You got that? Okay, and the same thing with the deckings. Just take those decks, they're not bolted down or anything, and just set them aside so that we can get to the hulls. And folks, this is a real-time thing. Kelsey has done this only once. That's right, you got to take the strap off. This is it. This is Kelsey's initiation to Expandacraft disassembly. And if you tune in, if you subscribe, I'm going to make Mom do her job. I want to make Mom at least put it together. Maybe she can put it in the back of my truck. Maybe put them on the ground. That looks like dangerous, especially as windy as it is. Just lay it on the ground, this sand. All right. Sorry, guys. I do have to yell instructions to this young lady. But I want to show you that you can do this. Now, also, guys, don't do this at the busy boat ramp. The last one, just go ahead and set it down. If you show up with this boat unassembled in the back of your car, which we're going to put it in that little car right there. If you show up at the boat ramp and put this together, even if it's only taking about 5-6 minutes, you're going to anger some people. All right, now we're going to take the bow sections off. I want you to come up here, and you see I've placed this bag. Let's see you deadlift this hot thing. Let's see if you can lift half of it. Guys, that's half the weight. If she's doing that, that's half the weight of it. All right, now pull that pin right there and stomp on the cross tube, the cross tube right there. Just stomp on it. There you go. Now put the pin in and see if you can put the pin in that little black part and lift on that pin. There. Now just set that aside and do the same thing on this side. You're going to put that little bag that I put up there underneath. There you go. Lift up. There you go. Lift up, throw it underneath. Now you pull that pin. Not bad. How much does she weigh?
80 pounds.
80 pounds. Speaking of which, guys, that's about what this weighs. Okay, go ahead, stomp on it, get it to break. There you go. And put that one away. Guys, those bows and the stern parts. The bow is 7 pounds a piece. There's 4 of them. And then there is the center part, and they are 12 pounds a piece, so that's 48 pounds. That's 80 pounds for the whole boat. All right, now let's take these back ones off too. So go get your little bag. All right, guys, you gotta give her a little bit of time this is her first time ever doing this, and we're doing this real time on purpose. And we're only 4.5 minutes into this, so not bad, being that we spent a minute just talking. Go ahead and kick it down. Nice job. Same thing. And just kind of leave the parts right there, because in a minute, we're going to take them all and put them in the car. Same thing, you're going to put the tent. That's actually a tent, but you can use whatever, life jackets or a chunk of wood. I just find that it's easier to do it this way. Don't go and beat and bang on the parts with a hammer. It's not necessary, especially if you keep a little lubricant on there, and only use this Armor All on the joints. Nicely done. Now, if we were putting that in the back of my truck, I would lift that whole thing. See if you can get in the middle and lift that whole thing up like a barbell. Lift it right on up. Look at that. Guys, if she could do this, you could do this. You just put it in the back of your truck whole, and voila. All right, now you see that little pin right here? This is something special, guys. I'm going to show you. Pull that pin, and you might want to use one of the little wood pegs to bang it out. This is something I've done this new, guys. I'm making this to where it's modular too. The cross tube has this, and there's one on the front and the back. You've already seen it. Good job. Boy, she's got a brain too. She actually can see ahead of this. Nice. Just put them in your pockets. You might want to keep them. Make sure that they don't get away. Nice. Now those pins keep those cross tubes together. But let's take your bag here and put it underneath the center section, one of the center sections, and then stomp on that again. Yeah. Well, you got to lift it up and put. Yeah. Now you got it. You can get it into there. I'm gonna give you a hand this time. Hang on. Lift it up. I need you to have it on the back of this one. Okay, let's set her down. Now pull that pin and give it a stomp. Yep. Put all your weight into it. It's kind of got a lot of sand on it. That particular part has been, there you go. Now do the same thing on the other side. You're gonna have to loosen both sides. Okay, go ahead and move your little tent on the other side. You got it. Guys, I can't believe this. It's been 7 minutes, and this young girl, first time ever taking this apart. If you can't get this thing apart in 7 minutes, guys, you're doing something wrong. But you're gonna have to get that a little bit closer. There you go. Put your weight into it. Now you're talking. Now you should be able to lift those pieces apart. It's a little tougher this time. Yeah, I might have to help you on this one just a little. There's a trick to it, but I'll show you. Hang on. You got to put the peg into the hole, and then use that as a handle to lift off. Okay, so put the peg in there. Now use it as a handle to lift it right off. Well, you're kind of lifting sideways. I'm gonna help you just a little bit. Here we go. Well, actually, that one was dirty. That was a problem with that. Okay, now see where we took that one apart? Bang it apart. Kick it in the middle and just kick it apart. No, not down. Kick it apart. Open like this. You pull on that side. There you go. Pull it. There you go. Now it's off. Now do the same thing for the front one that has two pieces on it. Yeah, go ahead and get in the middle and just kind of kick it.
This way?
Yeah, I'm gonna help you out. You want to kick it apart this direction. Yeah. All right, we've got it down to parts in, what is this? 8 minutes. Now let's put these parts in the vehicle. I'm gonna pause just for a moment. Now that we got all of the parts down, we're gonna put it in the vehicle. Alrighty, so now we begin putting the parts into this car. Well, what kind of car is this anyway? FJ Cruiser. Oh, that's special. Now, are you sure you can drive with it that way? You put your kid's surfboard in that way?
I put my daughter's longboard in here this way. And we traveled as far as 6 feet with it in here.
All right.
And you know, not too long ago, I went kayaking with my 16-year-old son. He's 6 feet tall, and we were loading the kayak on the roof of the truck. And as we were loading the kayak on the roof of the truck, we both dropped it because it's so heavy and it's so hard to put up there.
Oh yeah?
Scratch brush the whole side of my truck up on the driveway.
So I'm going to ask a stupid question. Is this easier than loading a kayak on the roof of a truck? And
I could do this on my own. I could never load that kayak on my own.
I'll be. And this
I'd rather take this over the fishing kayak any day.
this boat weighs less than you do, guys. I don't want to hear any more of this talk about that thing must weigh 300 pounds.
I'm 130.
And this boat is less than that assembled. That's the decking and the hulls is 100 and I think 24 pounds. And we're getting up in there. We still got room to spare. And it's an SUV, and yeah, the decking doesn't break down, but you could, if you wanted to, put the roof rack in use. But guys, you got to remember too.
Wide enough I can lift it up.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. Or you could keep the hulls in one piece and just put the hulls up top. You coulda. But my point here today is to show that the whole dang thing fits in your truck. In your vehicle, that is. Truck, car. You don't need a big pickup truck like I have to make this thing work. And there you have it. There's every part. Of course, we have a seat, but the seat and the pieces break down, then it could go in there. Fellas, this is a 16-foot boat. And I'm saying fellas because you're the ones who are complaining about this boat being too big and not fitting in your vehicle. Look at this, guys. Look at that. Closed door in this vehicle. If you have anything larger than that, it's excessive. Expandacraft.com. Don't forget to subscribe. You get to see other videos with this and other boats.